Well, according to the BBC, more than 13 million people watched Prince Philip's funeral service this past Saturday, and more than 49 million people watched Oprah Winfrey's interview with Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle. Now, these numbers show that the public definitely drawn to the royal family. That's what we're talking about with Blanca Cobb, body language expert today. Let's jump right in, Blanca. Why are so many people fascinated with the royals?
Part of that fascination is even though the royal family are real people, they live a lifestyle that is written in fairy tale books, right? Princes and princesses and living in castles. So it gives this image of prestige, and so many people will not be able to attain royalty status. So they try to look into that real world view to see if their perception of royalty is really the reality of royalty.
And it always seems, too, there's so much like pomp and circumstance and tradition and things that have to happen. It's interesting to us. But so you watched the funeral. Was there any body language with the royals that spoke to you during this?
Yes, particularly between Prince William and Prince Harry. And it was after the service when they were walking down the sidewalk. You could see that their steps were aligned. And this happens subconsciously when there is an emotional link or connection to somebody. And so what this said to me is that even though the brothers are estranged right now, according to Harry in his interview with Oprah Winfrey, you can still tell that there is a brotherly bond between the two. And it really makes sense if you think about it. You can be on the outs with your siblings or your family. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. So in my opinion, there is still hope for the royal brothers to amend their relationship.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you're in a public setting like that, and that's probably the biggest public setting because it's televised, it's not what most of us go through. What can you learn from body language in public settings? Because don't we all kind of change our body language a little bit when we're in a public setting, or is that more when the truth comes out?
That's a great question, Eric. And the answer is when you're around a lot of people, your body language can change depending on your comfort level. If you're with people you're normally with, even people you're normally with, but you don't feel comfortable around because maybe something has happened. So your body language can change depending on the situation. But when you're in public settings, the critical thing to look at is see what fits and what doesn't fit. It's no different when the police tell you to look at your surroundings because you're trying to make sure that if people are happy or not people or what the situation is, because it gives you intel on other people. Now, for example, in that clip of William and Harry, you'll notice that there was a family walking ahead of them. And if you look at the couple, you'll notice that their feet, their stride are aligned as well. That gives you insight into what's going on with that particular couple. So it's very important to look at the whole picture and not just a couple of people.
And I think most of us, too, we tend to focus on the face, and there's so much more that you can pull from the entire body part. You just see how, like you said, how they walk. I would have never thought about that. Blanca, thank you so much for your insight. We will take a short break. We're coming right back for the next 30 minutes.